Hi viewers, today I'll show you how to make venison vindaloo. Generally a vindaloo is made with pork, but I decided to try this Portuguese Goan recipe using deer meat or venison instead of pork. For this recipe, we will need 600 grams of diced venison. These are boneless pieces. You can use boned pieces as well for this recipe. We will also need 2 dry red chilies, 4 cloves, 4 cinnamon sticks, some black peppercorns, 6 green cardamoms and 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. We will need 1 teaspoon each of ginger paste and garlic paste. We will need the juice of half a lemon. Let's roast the whole spices on medium heat for a minute or two. Stir the spices around. Give the pan a shake. The spices are now roasted, so put them in a grinder. Grind the spices into powder. That's the ground spices. Now add the lemon juice to the meat. Followed by the ginger and the garlic paste. Now add the ground spices into the meat. Mix the spices with the meat thoroughly. Use your hands for this job. Now put a cling film on the bowl and let the meat marinate in the fridge for at least 24 hours. Let's have a quick look at the other ingredients for this dish. We will need 2 dry red chilies, some black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 large red onion, 1 can of chopped tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes as well, 3 to 4 will do. And 3 to 4 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, the key ingredient for a vindaloo, and some fresh coriander to garnish. Let's chop the garlic up. Chop them finely. Now let's slice and chop the onion. Chop the onions as I'm showing you here. Now it's time to take the marinated venison out of the fridge. Take off the cling film. As you can see, it has changed its color a bit. You would have noticed that I did not use any salt for this marination so as not to dry the meat. Heat some oil in a heavy bottomed cast iron pot. Add the dry red chilies to the pot. Then add the chopped garlic into the pot. Give them a stir. Then add the chopped onions into the pot. Stir for 2 to 3 minutes. Making sure that the onions soften a bit. Then add the turmeric and chili powder. Give it a stir. Mix the spices together with the onions. Then add the red wine vinegar. You can use cider or malt vinegar if you don't have any red wine vinegar. Give it a stir again for a minute and then add the chopped tomatoes into the pot. Fry the tomatoes for 2 to 3 minutes till they dry out a bit. Make sure you keep stirring. The tomatoes are drying out a bit now. It's time to add the venison pieces into the pot. Fry them on high flame for a few minutes. Keep stirring to coat all the meat pieces with the spices. Make sure you fry well. Now add some salt to the pot. Mix it in nicely. Now add enough water to cook the meat. Give it a stir. Bring the water to a boil. Then put the lid on and cook for at least 45 minutes on low flame. In the meantime, let's grind the peppercorns. That's the peppercorns all ground up. After 45 minutes, take the lid off and check if the meat is cooked. There's a lot of water in the pot, so we need to reduce the water and make the gravy thicker. So turn up the heat to dry out the gravy. Make sure you stir the meat a few times so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. Now add the crushed peppercorns to the pot. As you can see, the gravy has thickened quite a lot. Garnish with some chopped coriander and the dish is ready to be plated up. Let's take out the venison vindaloo. Sprinkle a bit more coriander if you so wish and serve this delicious venison vindaloo dish with rice, pasta, bread or naans. It's sure to impress your friends and family. Try it out and enjoy.